Hi, my name is Christelle, and welcome to Untethered Love. Welcome, Taurus. This is your reading. This reading actually began over on TikTok, so if you're coming over from there, hello. And yeah, let's get into the reading. So I've already pulled some cards. What we've got here is Mami Wata with Naked and Haïtien Miracles. Clarifying these cards, we have the Six of Clubs in the past, Two of Spades in the present, Ace of Hearts in the future. This is actually quite beautiful. Kind of like what I stated before on my TikTok. The first thing I thought when I saw these two cards was, so the first thing that came to mind were the lyrics to ODB's song Shimmy Shimmy Ya and Ooh Baby, I Like It Raw. Lots of sexual energy going on in these two cards, but expressed in very different ways. If you see Mami Wata here is half naked. She's kind of she's laying down, lounged out, really in this like sensual sort of position. And then over here with the Haïtien, she's covered up from head to toe. But at the bottom of her foot, you see the pomegranate, which is a quite sexual, quite the symbol of sexuality. And also the two cups in back of her are overflowing with water. So kind of two different expressions of sexuality have happening here, or creativity. Two different expressions of this creative life force, this sexual creative life force that all of us have. And so some of you guys are like indulging in that energy in a very like quite literally like a sexual way. Some of you guys are reserving that energy and kind of learning how to cultivate it, to build it, to use that sexual energy to manifest other things within your life. And you may not be sharing that part of yourself with another person, maybe on a tantric or a celibacy journey. And both ways of expressing are valid and beautiful. But this message is further reiterated with this Six of Clubs. The clubs is fire energy. It is also solar energy. Right now would be a really great time to call on solar energy, to call on the solar light. You may be feeling like the things that you have experienced in your past have left you to feel like the sacrificed lamb, feeling like you've had to sacrifice a lot of energy, a lot of yourself, maybe your physical health, a lot of resources, putting in just a great amount of work. And you're right now with this Two of Spades, within putting all that work in this present moment, you're like, so what was the point? What was the point of this sacrifice? What was the point of me doing all of this work? Where do I go from here? Kind of at a crossroads. And so when we are in these moments where we don't really know where to go, like we felt like we've done all that we can do, but we're still not necessarily reaping the results we want, or the work that we do, maybe internally you're feeling like you're in a different space, but your external reality is not reflecting that, it's important, it's really helpful to call on solar energy. Solar energy, our solar system revolves around the sun. It is the life force of our solar system, and it is a much higher power. And so calling on your miracles to come through, really believing that miracles are possible for you, that your blessings are possible, but in order to receive them, you have to ask. So really ask. And you might be feeling with the 6, you might be caught up on your ego or your pride. This would correlate to like the 6 of Wands in the Rider-Waite. And in the Rider-Waite, he's on a horse and he has a staff and he's just one. And so there might be a lot of ego, and you're feeling like you can't reach out for help. You can't ask for help, whether that be from source or from the people around you, your community. But it's really time to be vulnerable, to be naked, to be honest about where you are and what you actually need help with. We are not meant to do everything on our own. If that were the case, then we wouldn't we wouldn't live within an ecosystem. So don't be afraid to ask for help, whether it be from in this material plane or spiritual help. And in asking for that help, you get what you want. Your heart becomes full. Your cup overflows. Think of this is like the Ace of Cups, with that golden cup overflowing with liquid, overflowing with love. Like the 2 cups here, overflowing. There's so many things to be enjoyed and expressed and just really taken in. The Taurus has a lot to do with the 5 senses. So very like tangible things that smell good, taste good, feel good, sound good. All of that is available or will be available to you. You have to ask for it. You have to ask for the help to get there. And at the bottom of the deck was the Queen of Hearts. Lots of love coming in. Lots of love coming in. Romantic, platonic, friendship, familial. And the Queen, she's receptive. She's not the king. Being in this ultimate surrender, receptive, receiving mode allows it to come in to spring forth. I'm going to pull some tarot now to further expound on this message. You might have Scorpio placements going on. Have a lot of Scorpio. It's the opposite of Taurus. ODB had a Scorpio, stellium. And yeah, that pomegranate is just really sticking out to me. It might be good to eat a lot of like red foods or wear the color red at this time. Also, astrologically, Gemini the sun is in Gemini, which is the 2nd house of Taurus. And the 2nd house has to do with our sensuality, with our resources, with our 5 senses, what we deem valuable. With the sun coming into your 2nd house, it's going to illuminate what resources you really have available to you that you may not have seen before. Particularly the sun is here, and then Jupiter and Uranus are in your 1st house, really expanding your presence in the world. So really put yourself out there. Don't be afraid to be seen right now, even if you feel awkward or too vulnerable or too seen, allowing yourself to be seen will allow other people to like see you, yes, but also be like, oh, I want to help that person. I want to collaborate with that person. I want that person's services if you have your own business. So really like push yourself out there. Don't be afraid to be front and center. Because people can't help you if they can't see you. Yeah, okay. What messages? What messages? The devil at the bottom. Attachments. Maybe being attached to, yeah, just being in your ego and being attached to how you want to be presented, and therefore hiding away and not being vulnerable, not being naked. Gotta check your ego, my love. I know it sucks. We all been there. How do you see yourself? When you present yourself to the world, if you were to describe yourself in 3 words, how would you describe yourself? And after you thought of those 3 words, is that really you? Do those things really describe you? Are you more than just those things? Can you even really describe the fullness of you? Because can you really see yourself objectively? Can you see the totality of who you are? Do you know your value? Even when you are in the worst of circumstances, you are still oh so valuable. Especially if you're a Taurus, bitch. Don't sleep on yourself, okay? A Taurus should never sleep on themselves. You bring value wherever you go. You bring value to whoever you come in contact with. And that is true of everyone, but for Tauruses particularly. Okay. What does Taurus need to know? So much indecision, my love. A lot of mental chatter. You should be meditating right now. And I know that's like, well, I don't want to meditate. But it would really help. Or at least just have moments of silence. And you're going to fight it too. Okay, at the center of the read, we have the Tower. Like I said before, you have Uranus and Jupiter transiting the first house, or if you're like a sun, you have that around your sun. Erratic change is going to happen. There's an ending. This cross, the Ten of Swords, cross that Tower. There's an ending happening. or has happened. And it may have come in like quick. This, and that can feel quite jarring and can leave you feeling very confused. Grounding this is the Two of Swords. In the past position, we have the Queen of Swords. Overarching, we have the Death card. Really be mindful, like I said, of your thoughts. The Queen of Swords for me is I've said this before, the judgmental voice of your mom that's ever present in the back of your head. That's her. And then with the Two of Swords grounding this, a lot of overactive thinking, being too much in the head. You're a Taurus. Bring that energy down. Breath work will help to bring it down. Get your feet in some grass. If you don't want to do that, stomp your feet, beat your chest, shake your body every morning. This is a really good practice for people who get stuck in fight, flight, freeze, and your nervous system dysregulation. Shake your body. Just shake your whole body, your head, your hands, your arms, your chest, all of it. And that will help to regulate your nervous system so that you can go from the Two of Swords to the Ace of Swords. Clarity. And then with the Death card, really endings, and being reborn into this new version of you. But allowing the death to happen, allowing yourself to grieve. When I was pulling from the Oracle deck with those goddesses, at the bottom of the deck was this grief card here. So if you are not currently, you have been in the recent past grieving this loss, this ending. It may have felt like, with the Ten of Swords, just dragged out. Like this took so long. It really ran you down. But what's really beautiful, in the recent future, you have the Ten of Pentacles. From the Ten of Swords to the Ten of Pentacles. This pain was not in vain. Be gentle with yourself. Allow yourself, if you're still in that grieving process, don't rush it. You're a Taurus, so I'm sure you won't rush it. Take your time. If you hear this critical voice, this egoic voice, just sit with her, him, whatever, and be like, I know you're just trying to protect me, but you need to stop talking now. Like, the real me is gonna step forward and you can take a back seat. You also have the Strength card here, as you're further clarifying your energy. Around you, surrounding you, is this Judgment. The advice is Six of Pentacles. And the future outcome is the Five of Wands. So the divine has like incredible blessings and miracles waiting for you. Particularly with this Judgment and the Six of Pentacles, there is help coming in a real, physical, tangible way. There is help coming. But you've got to set your ego aside and ask for that help or call it in. And you're incredibly powerful. You are so, so powerful. with like the death and this strength. Again, I think whoever is resonating with this has a lot of Scorpio energy or a prominent Pluto in their chart, maybe prominent Mars energy as well, Aries, and a little sprinkle of air too. But yeah, you're gonna really you're gonna really resist the help that's coming in as the future outcome with the Five of Wands. You're gonna it's almost as if like, because you were experiencing all of this swords energy, this conflict, this dysregulation, it's gonna take a while for you to like come to terms with this new paradigm, with this new, now that the death has happened, the ending has happened. It is a stark jump to go from the 10 of Swords to the 10 of Pentacles. That's a big leap. And it might take you some time to get accustomed to this 10 of Pentacles. And so there's going to be a lot of conflict. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Chariot. So things are moving along. Things are going to be moving along. Can I get clarity on the Tower? Clarity on the Tower. Yeah. 10, 10, 10. 20. Double 10. There, it's done. It's finished. Whatever is crumbling felt very burdensome. Very, very burdensome. The 10 of Swords. Yeah. And then another 10 came. We have pretty much all the 10s out. To clarify, the 10 of Swords is the 10 of Cups. You felt really, really sad. Like you got to watch everyone experience this 10 of Cups while you had these swords in your back. Lots of FOMO. And yeah, just feeling like you're in this dark night of the soul, and everyone else, you're here by yourself in this dark night of the soul, while everyone else is out here celebrating in the sun under the rainbows. Creating the 2 of Swords. Creating the 2 of Swords. Clarifying the 2 of Swords at the bottom is the Fool, the 6 of Wands, and the 7 of Swords. Yeah, don't allow your ego to sabotage this. Don't be afraid. The way the Fool card is like out with his chest out, don't be afraid to bare your heart. Don't be afraid to be vulnerable again. Don't be afraid to take a risk. There may be also something that you have been working on. Like I was saying earlier with the 6 of Clubs, you may have been putting your creative energy into something. And you might have been holding on to it for a little while, for quite a while. You know how you Tauruses do. You like to make sure everything is perfect. Maybe a bit of perfectionism has been blocking your blessings as well. thinking that you have to do things perfect. But now it's time to just take a leap. Now it's time to be vulnerable and share this creative, sensual energy that you have within you. Clarity on the Ten of Pentacles. Good shit. Oh, guys, it's okay. If you're going through it right now, it's okay. You're gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay. So the Ten of Pentacles was clarified with the Eight of Cups, the Moon, the Page of Pentacles, and the Page of Swords. Good news is on its way. Especially it's right across from the Judgment. Good news is on its way, is going to be declared. And it may start off as something kind of small, like a small seed to be planted. But from there, from this page with a small seed, it multiplies and becomes this Ten of Pentacles. And also just like leaving behind the pain, leaving behind the illusion that you don't deserve to be in the spotlight, that you don't deserve to feel the sun warm up your skin. You don't deserve to have your happily ever after, whatever that looks like for you. And leaving this illusion that the Ten of Cups is not possible, that the Ten of Pentacles is not possible for you, and stepping into a new way of thinking, and planting new seeds. The Judgment was clarified with the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Cups. So yeah, again, good news coming, offers of love, offers to create, creative energy, creative fire, really opening up your heart space, your heart chakra. There's a lot of yellow going on here as well. So solar plexus energy, opening, awakening. And it was declared, this is your birthright. This is your blessing. This is your inheritance. With the advice and the Six of Pentacles, we've got the Chariot, the Three of Wands, and the Seven of Pentacles. So your ships are coming in. The good things are coming in. The things that you are waiting on are coming in. And they're coming in quite quickly with the Chariot. It's almost as if, like, the longer you wait to ask for this help, the longer it's going to take for this Chariot, this fast forward movement to happen. So don't delay yourself. Don't delay the blessings. And then for our outcome, we had the Five of Wands, clarified with the Ace of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, the Hangman, and the Sun card. You deserve to feel the sun on your skin. You deserve the happiness and the laughter and the humor and the joy and the family you want and the friends. You deserve the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. And after all of this internal conflict, really by grounding yourself, coming into the body, doing your Taurus thing, comes clarity. You turn the Two of Swords into the Ace of Swords. No more indecision or internal conflict and battle and like lots of negative thinking, but clarity to know the truth of who you are and the truth of what you deserve, which is to be, sitting on your throne, enjoying life. And in this truth that comes in allows you to see things from a different perspective. Seeing all of this heartache, this grief, and seeing it as like a lesson that needed to be learned, earning your stripes, so to say, and going through this and acquiring a lot of wisdom through tragedy or heartache, or just putting in a lot of work, a lot of work, with this like 10 of Wands. You really put in a lot of work. You get to enjoy the fruits of your labor. You may have felt like you have been going through an ongoing labor. I'm going to pull some Oracle just for some advice. What do I want to... Yeah, let's do this. What advice do you have for Taurus? What advice do you have for Taurus? All right, lots of full moon energy here. So what came out for you, we got the masculine, purity, I don't know if you see all these full moons, faith, you might be a full moon baby, change, focus, and at the bottom of the deck, hunger. So like I was saying before, there is a lot of this like sensual, creative, hungry energy. Like you don't want to be where you are right now and you're hungry for more. You want to be satisfied, to be satiated, to be nourished. But it requires you to, one, accept change, to initiate change with this masculine energy. Yeah, if you've been working on something creative, you need to put it out there. So like initiating that change, putting yourself out there, also grounding and focusing. That should be the first thing, actually. Grounding and focusing in order to invoke your masculine energy and go for what you want, and share to bring yourself out. The full moon, being fully exposed, allowing your light to shine. With both of these here, if you are feeling very anxious about being vulnerable, wrapping your head might be a good idea so you don't feel so exposed. So wearing head wraps, scarves, wigs, that may help with kind of accepting the vulnerability. There may be a need to purify as well with all this water imagery. And like the moon, the full moon is about releasing. So really purifying and releasing a lot of stuff. Just release, release, release. And as you release, you're able to present yourself, your creative projects to the world, and then you can receive. It's this constant giving and receiving. So giving of yourself, being forward, being put in the spotlight so that you can receive the praise, the love, the abundance. And at the end of the, have faith. The only way you're going to move forward is if you believe you can move forward. So, keep hope alive. And I know it can be scary and feel very exposed. You can feel very exposed. Me starting this YouTube took a long, many years. And I still feel weird and exposed, but I'm doing it because I just feel called to. So do the purging that you need to do. Take your time to do this releasing because you have been through, again, all the 10s came out. You've been through some shit. And everything that you experience didn't happen in a day. It was like an accumulation of things over time. So it's going to take some time to release these things, but be gentle with yourself. And don't be afraid to share your story. Whether it be on a platform like this or just sharing with like close friends and family what you've been going through. I'll pull one more card. Can I get one card for Taurus? We got 2 cards. We got the Tiger's Eye and the Selenite. Positive willpower. So really stepping into your masculine. Stepping into your masculine and coming forward. Being exposed and seen. Yeah, Tiger's Eye, positive willpower, optimism, the power to manifest essence into form, clear purpose. Everything, including our planet, began as an idea in the sea of infinite possibility before becoming manifest in the realm of form. And the conditions you see today are the result of intentions created in the past. Know that in this moment, you have the power to begin co-creating something new with the conscious universe. You have what it takes to do what needs to be done. So with that clear intention in mind, take a deep breath, roll up your sleeves, and begin the work. For it's manifesting time. Tiger's Eye Spirit reminds you to not get distracted by the largeness of a task, as you have the conscious universe working with you, sending allies and messages to make the job easier. Like the mountain goat ascending the peak one step at a time, you can let go of your worries and just look for the next foothold as you begin the manifestation process. Prepare the soil for planting, crack a book that will educate you in this next phase, and get ready for some powerful manifestation energy to partner with you. You get your 10 of Cups and your Sun card, okay? And then Selenite, 49. Liquid light, fluidity, flexibility, illumination, and clarity, raising your vibration. When selenite spirit appears, its message for you is to keep moving past your challenges. Your sight's always on raising your vibration to be like liquid light, illuminating, fluid, and flexible. Sorry if you hear that, y'all. Okay. Your sight's always on raising your vibration to be like liquid light, illuminating, fluid, and flexible. For even the earth and her rocks, stones, and crystals change and reveal more of themselves over time. Selenite Spirit's message is that whatever the pace of change, you must yield your expectations about how things should be so that you can discover the beauty in the things that are evolving. Like liquid light flowing around an obstacle, you have the capacity to move more freely than you might realize. Know that a new perspective can help you see that. You don't ever have to be stopped in your tracks. Be flexible in your thinking, for there is more wisdom in the universal consciousness than in your own individual mind, and it's always available to you. The way out of old patterns is to enter the unknown without maps or well-defined familiar paths. Surrender your fear and know that the conscious universe is here to provide you with clarity and guide you through unexpected twists and turns. My love. Being flexible is not the easiest thing for Tauruses. But you can do it. You got Uranus in your first house. If you won't do it, don't get dragged, my love. Just let the change, be open to the change. Be the change you want to see in your life. And yeah, I hope this was a good reading. If you'd like to book a reading with me, links are below. And have a beautiful Gemini season, Taurus. My bad. Bye, y'all.